This podcast is brought to you by Audible. Go to the website audibletrial.com/mediahole to get your 30-day free trial, including one free audiobook. There's over 180,000 titles to choose from, and you can listen to it on your iPhone, your Android, or your Kindle. Thanks so much, Audible. All right, everybody, welcome to the Media Hole podcast. As you know, if you've listened before, we talk about movies and comics and games and bullshit and television and all that great stuff. With me today is my good friend Ian.
Hello. I'm here.
So this week is going to be packed, let me tell you, because I did nothing.
And Nathan said he has notes, and he did not tell me what the notes were.
Yeah.
But while he opens his phone, the Game Awards.
Hey, the Game Awards happened. If you were with me watching live as they happened on twitch.tv/themediahole, you probably enjoyed a lot of my reactions. Otherwise, hey, sub to my Twitch or go see the VOD on YouTube, which is, again, youtube.com/N8SComedy. Got to plug all the time.
I am not very happy that Sekiro won, to be honest.
Yeah, you didn't like Sekiro.
Because I fucking hated it. Like, it's because you're bad. You're bad at video games. Like, excuse you, I beat Dark Souls. But Sekiro is just like, you have to play how they want you to play, or else that game's just not going to be great.
Yeah.
And it was not how I wanted to play.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. I know a lot of people like it. I know Chris adored that game, so, good on them.
Yeah, I hope Chris listens, and then next time he's on, he goes like, I got a bone to pick. Y'all talking shit on Sekiro.
Yeah, man.
It's like mild shit talking with it to Chris's ears. It's we just said it's the worst game ever.
Yeah, my game of the year is DMC5.
Yeah,
it's my fave. But
DMC5 or Judgment.
Yeah, honestly, I would have been fine with like any of the nominated winning because they were all solid games. Like Control,
what was it? It was Control, Death Stranding.
Yep.
RE2. Sekiro, RE2. RE2 is good, but it is a remake.
Yeah, but it's a really good one.
Yeah, it is. But
it's a fully from scratch. It's a Kiwami, not a remaster.
Yeah, but it's just, it's like you took something that was perfect a long time ago, and then you modernized it with better gameplay. And
different.
What?
Different.
Different game. Yeah, but better.
Sure.
Giving the player a camera they can control themselves makes any game better.
But does it enhance the horror?
Not if they kept everything the same from RE2, then no. But then they changed a bunch of monster things. Like they changed it a lot, so like you would come out into like a hallway from like I think the first time you see like one of the liquors or whatever the fuck. It's because you like crawl through a window, you drop down, and you like turn, and you're facing this way.
Yeah.
And you like turn around and it's there, and you're like, oh. And then dogs just kind of show up.
Yeah.
But dogs in the Resident Evil franchise can just fuck right off. Because one, I feel bad. Yep. Two, it sucks to shoot them because they're so agile.
In the Silent Hill games, there's the dogs and then their faces split open.
Yeah, but the dogs in RE, they just like, I think
they're just zombies.
No, there's or maybe it was in 5. The like dogs later on become more like, ooh, look, now we got the split heads and we got like the giant tentacles and shit.
Oh yeah, like with the Las Plagas.
Was that in 4?
Sure, I think it's 4 and 5.
Oh well, I didn't play 4. My first Resident Evil game was 5.
Me too.
Yeah. People I saw in the shit posting group for Resident Evil, someone said that RE3 is going to be more like the RE3 remake is going to be more action packed than RE2.
Well, yeah, RE3 is a bit more of an action game.
But I think it's just a bunch of people who didn't play the original ones going like, "Oh no." Yeah.
Oh, the people saying that that's bad?
Yeah, I think a lot of people credit like RE5 as being the one where it's like, it was nonstop like actual survival horror game, and then it became Gears of War.
Well, 5 is where it made the switch.
The 5 is when it made the main focus switch, but the switch started in 4.
It started in 4 where it was like it went to behind the back and like
a real camera that you didn't have to fucking dick around with, and that's why 4 is a masterpiece.
4 is a masterpiece.
Considered one.
Well, it's great, man. Every version of RE4 is a different, really good game.
Yeah, RE4 has been ported to more systems than Skyrim.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, every game that was supposed to be RE4 is a really good game.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 1.
Devil May Cry 1, Resident Evil 4, and then the canceled, like, half-fixed one that never came out. That looked really cool.
How the fuck... Like, in my mind, Devil May Cry 1 looks so much worse than RE4. Like,
yeah, I mean,
even
like,
original RE4, I was like, man, that game has like really good graphics for the time.
DMC1 did too. It was a fucking
blurry.
launch title on PS2.
It's like it's all like polygonal.
The backgrounds in DMC1 are really good.
Yeah, because they're probably JPEGs.
No, I think they're modeled, but they're like, I don't know.
Man, I was watching this fucking YouTube video about like Half-Life stuff. The guy was just like goofing around, like no clipping.
Yeah.
And he was like no clipping around the entire first level.
Yeah.
He like used cheats, so he got weapons, and he soft locked himself with a lot of things that he had to no clip through walls to get to the next part. So like, but then like the character that was supposed to bring him to the next part wasn't there, so they were just interacting with an invisible model.
Oh yeah.
But so in Half-Life 2, there's this fucking guy on like a TV screen, and he's talking to you, and it's like a hologram TV screen, so it's like, oh, it's a model, and you think like, oh, it's probably like a pre-rendered video.
It's not. No.
It's a guy all the way in a room, really far away that you can go
huge.
see, and he's just a torso talking.
Yeah.
And you can kill the torso and replace it, and then go back, and there's like just legs standing there now. So yeah, Half-Life 2 is a really good game, but I've never played it.
I've never played it either. I played like a little minute of it.
Yeah, I watched it. I got like pretty far in Half-Life 1.
Oh yeah?
And I was like, oh, I'm bored, and I've only played this game for an hour. And the only reason I know it's far is because I used to watch Freeman's Mind.
I never watched that.
It was just like, it was an interesting idea for like a solo. It was pretty much like a Let's Play in character.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, you know how everyone does those now? But like this is like the original, but they made it a series where Gordon Freeman's this voiceless protagonist.
So then they gave him a voice.
So yeah, it's just the guy decided, oh, I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to record the thing like Freeman, like Gordon Freeman is just thinking all these things. Like he's silent to other people, but in his head, he's just screaming at you like, you dumb motherfuckers. I told you not to do this. And look, now the entire place is fucked.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good series. I don't think it ever ended though.
Well,
Machinima died.
Also, Half-Life never ended.
Well, no, but I mean, the guy only did it in Half-Life 1.
I thought he got to 2.
Maybe he did. I don't know. I stopped watching a long time ago because
I swear he's still around.
He got to a point where he was like updating once a year.
Jeez, just like a webcomic.
But I'm sure he was like a teenager when he started it, and then he probably got a job and was in school.
Fair. So what else do we want to say about the Game Awards?
DMC is back, baby.
DMC is back, baby. Best action game.
Disco Elysium, clean the fuck up.
Way to go, those guys. Imagine fucking that's the first game you've ever made as a studio and you get to clean up that well.
Yeah. They did real well.
They did real well. I like that game a lot. I haven't finished it, but it's really good. There's so much. It's just so much stuff. It's based on like a D&D campaign.
Oh, he did get to the second game of Freeman's Mind.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Please don't plug better shows on my podcast.
Whatever.
Just kidding.
I was actually just checking to see. Well, it's a good idea. Whatever.
I said that on your first visit here
because
I didn't mean it. I always say that. I want the viewers to know almost everything I say is sarcastic to Ian.
Yeah.
But I try to say it as straight as possible because that's what makes Ian laugh the most.
Yeah, Nathan said it so... He said that, fuck it. He said, Davis, please don't take the microphone out and hit me with it. So straight that Davis' girlfriend thought it was real.
Yeah, I told that story. That was so good. I was like, don't swing the microphone cord around. It was a good bit.
Who else performed at the Game Awards? It was Churches, Grimes, and...
Green Day.
I liked Green Day's performance. I liked Churches.
I'm not a fan of Grimes.
I skipped Grimes as soon as she said one word and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah. Like I like Kill V Mame, but that's really the only song I've heard of hers that like I got anything out of. But like I love churches. Her outfit was designed by Yoji Shinkawa.
Well, it's supposed
and
to like
Hideo Kojima.
She was like supposed to look like she was part of the universe.
Yeah,
and that was the thing.
It was so good though.
Yeah, it was cool, and I don't even like that game.
I've loved churches.
Well, you know what? I might borrow it from you when I
once I beat it. Well, you have to borrow it from Chris. I have it digitally.
Oh, okay.
But I sold my because I bought it. I pre-ordered it physical.
So I gotta text Chris this before he goes and trades it in, like he does with every video game.
Yeah. Well, no, because he can't. Or I guess he could but he couldn't return it.
Well, yeah,
You just have to trade it in.
If he has a game he's done with, he'll be like, all right, turn it in, or trade it in, fuck this thing, I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, so ask him for it once he finishes it.
Yeah. Or once he's just bored with it.
Yeah. I really like it, but I haven't played it in a little while because I haven't really played any games in a little while.
Yeah. How did you feel that I guess it was a reveal that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have
tons of music in it?
Like the music is all by artists of today.
Yeah.
But it's like them doing like future funk shit.
Yeah, Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels, A$AP Rocky, Grimes,
obviously. There's tons of stuff. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like they played some of the songs and I was like, that's sick.
So many like thing like I'm glad that they're putting hip hop in the game.
Yeah.
Because all these fucking look, it's the future. It's like the future and it's just nothing but synth.
Yeah, it's like
I get it that
synth and punk.
I get it that Giorgio guy was like he created the sound of the future in the 80s. And he was like it's the synthesizer. But now we've hit the future that he had the idea of being the sound of the future.
Well,
we're done with the synthesizer.
So the Cyberpunk 2077 is based off of a
board game.
Role-playing game.
Yeah, it was like a board game.
Not a board game. It's like a D&D style role-playing game.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a board.
I have the book for the third version, which is Cyberpunk 2020.
Which is when the game comes out.
The first version was called Cyberpunk 2013.
So they just every 7 years there's a new version.
No, the first version came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or 80s or whatever.
No, I mean like there's a Cyberpunk 20.
Well, now it's just called Cyberpunk Red, and it still takes place. The original still takes place in 2020.
Yeah, I think it's always
2027. Sorry,
it's always funny that like
past future.
Yeah, like we're also
the far off year of 2007.
Yeah, it looks down.
That's my favorite joke. Okay, Far Cry Blood Dragon's hilarious, but that's my favorite bit.
Yeah, but that's also a bit from...
It came out in 2012, and it's like, that takes place in the future year of 2007, and it gets me every fucking time.
But that's a Harvey Birdman joke as well.
Yeah. Well, we did that bit last week.
But we always have to bring up the best joke ever created on television.
We're from the far-off year of 2000, man. Looks down at the calendar, it's 2003.
Yeah. Apparently, after at the end of the month, when we hit 2020, it will be... December 31st, 2019 is the last possible day you could fall into that hole in Undertale. Because
isn't it 20XDX?
It's 21
20X-teen.
Yeah. It's like a 201X.
So 20X-teen.
That's what that is? 20X-teen?
Yeah. Like 17. Like 2017, 20X-teen.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. But what was I going to say? I don't know. Game Awards though, last year was way better for my money. But
yeah, there was a lot more reveals that I cared about. I think
Sayonara Wild Hearts was revealed.
And this year we got a trash can.
There was some cool stuff.
The Xbox sex.
The Xbox X. Yeah.
I just want the Xbox.
That thing looks so fucking dumb.
I need the Xbox Series X Enhanced Edition, but they put the enhanced between the S and the X.
The Xbox Series X, extra X terminally enhanced.
Yeah. I think it's just that I don't think there's a guy at Xbox who's like, the name has to be like this. I think they just know it's like, we fucked up, guys.
Well, do you remember with the X-Bone thing, they were like, we didn't realize people would abbreviate it to X-Bone?
Yeah.
And they were just stupid.
Well, because the 360 was such a good name.
Well, do you remember, it was originally called the Xbox because it was the Direct Xbox, but then they lost DirectX's influence, but nobody at Microsoft could come up with a better name than Xbox. And then they were like, well, we can't make the next one Xbox 2 because it's up against the PlayStation 3, and stupid people won't realize that they're just as good.
Yeah.
So now we're going to call it the Xbox 360 because you turn around and piss in your own mouth. And then, like...
Go on.
And then somebody was like, oh, well, the new one is going to be called the all-in-one entertainment machine. So let's call it the Xbox One because it's the one thing you'd never buy. And then the new one is the Xbox Series X because they just gave up and they were like, well, let's just put another X in there, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think when we're 20 years from now, it'll be when it's the PlayStation
45?
No.
What was that ad? You remember the old ad? It was the PS9.
I don't fucking
There was this old advertisement PS2 era, and they were like, veer into the future. And it was like there's flying cars, and somebody's holding a bubble, and it says PS9, and they put it in their face, and then they're playing sick games.
As we know, there is no 9 allowed in when there's new tech, unless it's a Samsung product, because because Windows 8 went to Windows 10, the iPhone 8 went to the X.
Really?
Yeah, there's no 9. Wait, there might be now. I'm going to Google it right now, but I swear, no one ever does 9s.
I can't wait for the PS Vita 2.
No, that's not happening.
The Vita was so good, though.
Yeah.
I miss the Vita.
Well, you were like the only person in the world to buy one.
Yeah.
You and Greg Miller.
Yeah, I remember going to it to pick it up day one, and I was like, man, this line's pretty good, because it was like only 30 people.
I'm fucking 3 iPhones behind now.
Sick.
Fuck yeah. And I don't have after I got this phone, I was like, I have no desire to buy a new phone.
Yeah?
Yeah. I spent $1,000 fucking dollars on a phone, and I was like, man, this is more expensive than my car.
Oh.
Like, this is
$1,000? Is it like a contract free?
It was, I know I was on a contract, and it would have cost me like $1,500 without the contract.
Fuck Apple, am I right?
Man, it's the same with all of them now.
No, dude. I got mine for nothing with a contract. Like this
Did you get
phone
it like
was,
the week it came out?
This phone was like brand new. Yeah, no, like a couple months after.
Yeah, I got it like the fucking week it came out. Because I had a 6. And and that was not a good phone. It was like dying on me. Because Apple used to be a lot more flagrant with their planned obsolescence.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi in my own home because the chip inside was dying.
Steve Jobs was a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was. He was an awful man, and I don't think he did anything good in his life.
And a terrible father.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Let's see. Oh, yes. So recently, I've been having a troubling time. And what girls on Tinder have when they have a troubling time is, I assume this is only during troubling times.
They watch The Office.
They watch The Office, or they watch Friends, and they'll just keep rewatching them until they die of bad taste. But
okay.
I made the same joke to you last night.
Yeah. I was fucking so tired last night, though. Neither of those are bad shows. They're just not the pinnacle of comedy that people act like they are.
I think they're bad. Well, I haven't watched The Office.
The Office is pretty good. I think the first season of The Office, it's like there's a golden era of The Office, and it starts like season 3 to like season 5.
Yeah.
And then whenever Michael Scott leaves, the show is trash and should have ended when he left.
What about when
Because I do not give a shit about General Office Manager Andy Dufresne or whatever the fuck his last name. Andy Dwyer. I was talking about Shawshank at work this week.
Nice. And what about when they bring in
Will Ferrell?
No, I was gonna say, oh my god, James Spader.
They brought in James Spader?
James Spader's in the show.
When?
I'm the Lizard King. That's the guy. That's the guy.
I haven't seen. I stopped watching The Office after like season 6 because
I don't know. I've only heard. It's a very popular to use his quotes on like TikTok and shit, where he just says a bunch of crazy shit on The Office. But one of his lines is, "I'm the fucking Lizard King."
Okay, so go on.
But anyway,
ladies on Tinder are boring.
Yeah, girls on Tinder suck.
Yeah,
in more than
Tinder also just sucks.
Yeah, dude. But so I was like, well, what do I do?
Tinder, like that? you literally only see like 10s on there, and there's like they're never gonna fucking swipe back. They're also like, if you see a girl who has her like Instagram in her bio, she is just looking for follows. That is an advertisement.
Yeah. Truth. But I was like, well, what do I watch during that? Because truthfully, I pretty much watch nothing that's easy.
Oh, like you watch something that's like it's
everything I watch now is emotionally challenging. So I'm like, what do I watch when I want something easy?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, The Good Place and American Vandal.
Well, I've not seen American Vandal, but I know for a fact that The Good Place is a very challenging show about
it's the most emotionally easy show I watch.
Yeah,
I've rewatched it a bunch of times now.
It's an entire show about a bunch of bad people who think they're good people.
It's it's a morality play in its entirety.
I can't remember.
And season 3 is really good.
Well, yeah, I only watched like
season 1
half of season 1.
Oh, really?
I was gonna watch more. I just stopped.
Oh, show's really good.
The black guy. I can't remember his name.
Chidi?
Yeah. Isn't like the whole thing about the show is like they're not actually all good people.
Well, okay, the bit without
just
spoiling anything, it's the main character played by Kristen Bell.
She's not supposed to be in the good place.
She's not supposed to be in the good place.
That's the first episode.
She wakes up in heaven and she's not supposed to be in the good place.
It was more like a weird purgatory.
Just watch more.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you.
No, but like I think I know like the guy Jason.
Jason's great.
Yeah, who he was like. They say he was like a monk and he never speaks, but then they call him.
He was also mixed up.
Yeah, he was also mixed up, and then he starts speaking and he never shuts up, and he's like a dumb, lovable idiot
from Florida.
Yeah, he was a breakdancing troupe or something.
When I was in my.
But yeah, so I'm saying if everyone was
troupe,
mixed up, like
it's just the two of them. The other two,
just Jason and Kristen Bell's character.
Yeah, they're both somehow mistakes.
All right. Because they had the person that they also
when
died.
Michael finds out, he says, the reason you and Jianyu were switched, Jason, is because you both happen to have the same IQ. And he's like, whoa, really? As a monk? That's great. He stopped learning at age 6.
A monk is probably not the smartest man in the world. They got like that weird, they just say weird, thoughtful shit. But that doesn't mean they're geniuses.
Well, there's... wisdom and intelligence are two different things.
Yeah. And you can get a lot of wisdom when you don't eat and you starve yourself and you just get loopy.
And when you smoke the peace pipe. That's natives, but
that's
still.
Yeah,
that's Native Americans, but still. But yeah, so I love Good Place. I love American Vandal. American Vandal is one of the fucking best shows of all time. I'm so cheesed it got fucking canceled because it's a show that's like a parody of true crime docu-series.
Yeah.
But it's about high school
crimes. That fucking show.
Who drew the dicks? If you look at the dicks that were spray painted into the cars versus the dicks that you drew in the class, there's one thing missing. The ball hairs.
That was...
Dicks on the cars had no ball hairs, and they had a weird mushroom head. Yours, straight, but with 5 or more ball hairs every time. This literally
sounds like the problems we have at my work.
Oh, dude, it's so perfect.
No,
it fucking nails the high school shit.
The day I started, they were going on about this dude they called the Dick Bandit. There was someone walking around the entire warehouse just drawing dicks on everything.
Okay.
And then it started to get in like more like places where supervisors would see them. Like I think someone drew a huge one on the whiteboard in our office.
So
I think I know who it is. But to this day we're like, who was the Dick Bandit?
So this show
and there's also the Bagel Bandit.
This show is like, he's a kid who like basically every day in class he was always like a class clown, and like one thing that he would do, and it shows all his Snapchats of doing it, is like another day another dick, drawing a dick on the whiteboard in class every day.
Yeah.
And so then that's how they get him for it, but then he's like, he's innocent, he didn't do it, and here's all the reasons, and it's a documentary-ish. Right,
so they have like scripted. A weird court case.
Yeah, it's basically that, and like there's
a kid still gets detention because Americans just got to punish someone.
There's a great bit where they talk to this kid who's like, I was at this party. It's like, oh yeah, you were pretty drunk at the party, right? And he's like, yeah, man, I had like 13 beers. It's like, wow, dude, you must have been really drunk.
Sounds like me on vacation.
I was drunker than anyone has ever been. And then when they try to reconstruct the entire party using Snapchats and videos and pictures, and they track him through the party. And it's like, is he still holding that same beer bottle? It's so good.
And it's what he reveals that he fucking hates beer.
He's just a liar.
Yeah.
He just always wants to make himself look good.
I don't think
bitch move.
And, once you become an adult, it is not cool.
It's less cool to be a heavy drinker.
Oh, it's not cool at all.
Yeah.
I had 6 beers last night and felt destroyed. Usually I have double that.
And feel just okay.
I feel a little better. I feel like a little worse the next day. Like today I felt fine when I woke up. My mouth was dry. That's about it.
There was a great night I had recently in Ian's garage, and we just talked for like 3 hours straight.
Yeah.
And then we made out.
That's the secret behind my garage. One, we're going to make out regardless.
Yeah.
It's like Makeout paradise in there.
Yeah.
That's a little nod for my Naruto fans.
Hey guys, do you like Naruto?
But like,
slap a like on this video.
It was a fucking joke that between me and Blake all the time, that like before Blake had his place and his mom didn't like us going back to her house, and my house was closer to the bar. We would leave the bar, walk home. It's about a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
And
I just close.
Well, yeah, I'd go grab whatever beer I had, just plop it down on the middle of the table, because we had a couch in the garage.
Yep.
As we do now, but this was like 2 houses ago because I moved that much. And
movie boy.
I don't want to. It's my mom. So because my sister smokes weed in the garage.
Yep.
So we have the table. It's just set up to hang out in there. The cars do not go in our garages. So we're just sitting there chilling, and it always gets to like 6 a.m. But there was one night where we didn't stop. Like neither of us hit a point where we were like, we should probably stop drinking. We just kept going, just chilling, like listening to like Fiddler. And then he heard birds chirping because he was close to the door, and he just leaned over and turned the music up. This was like in the middle of summer.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then my mom came in and yelled at us. So we were like 18. No, we were 19 because we were at the bar.
Right.
And she was leaving for work, and we're just sitting there still drunk, and she's like, I fucking hate YouTube so much right now. I think it might have also been a weekday because this is when I worked at the grocery store, and Blake worked as like a lube dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like we both would just be like, "Hey, it's Wednesday. I just finished work.
Yeah.
And we're both off Thursday, but we're working the weekend. You want to have our Friday right now?"
That's good. I mean, with me, I hit a point where I get tired earlier. That's also because my body doesn't know when I want to wake up in the morning.
Oh yeah. I've been like,
and I'm unable to sleep when the sun is out.
Yeah, I have curtains up in my. I don't have curtains because I have shutters, but I took a bed sheet and covered it.
I have shutters
because I have to work overnight sometimes.
Still, I cannot sleep when there's daytime.
Shutters suck. Give me some drapes, just some thick
blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of suck in summer because they definitely heat your room up.
Oh man, do you want to hear? Because to get back to the Tinder thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the stupidest thing I've ever thought in my brain?
That you were attractive and people liked you?
Well, no, because that would be true if I ate less bad and worked out more.
Yeah, same.
I'd be a straight 8 if I worked out and ate better.
Be a solid 6.
I'd get you up to a 7 even.
Yeah,
7.5.
Rent, if you don't buy
7.5 if you could wear contacts.
I probably could. I've just never tried.
Oh.
I just think it's like, how much are contacts? It's like $500 for like a 6-month supply.
If you use our code at mycontacts.com.
They can't have my contacts. I have special eyes.
They have all of it.
No, I don't want to deal with it, and I'd rather just get LASIK. But
LASIK's even more expensive.
But it's
it's semi-permanent. You don't want to get it when you're young. You want to get it when you're older. My mom got LASIK, and now she has to wear glasses again sometimes.
Well, yeah, but that's just because you get older. You have to. My mom got LASIK when she was 24.
Yeah,
which is same
our age. Yeah,
yeah. So and then it was like it was 1980s LASIK. It was 1986. So it didn't stick. She had to go back to wearing glasses like pretty quick, and eventually her eyes like deteriorated back to where she was.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. So, but then my mom went back because the same business was still there.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Hey, my eyes never got better, and my eyes went back to being the same." And they were like, "Oh shit, well, that's not supposed to happen. So here, we'll do it again at a discounted rate." But it was like $1,000 still at a discounted rate.
It's expensive. It's like it's a surgery, but with a laser.
Yeah.
And lasers are expensive.
And also, it depends on how bad your prescription is.
That's also true. But the stupid thing I did was there was a girl, and I was like looking at her pictures. I was like, yeah, whatever, she cute. And then I looked at what her job said, and I was like, huh, what's a parole gal?
A parole gal?
What's a parole gal?
A parole gal?
A parole gal. Paralegal.
Is this like a new name for a prostitute?
No, it's a paralegal, and I'm an idiot.
Okay. You're a fucking idiot. I'm also an idiot,
but I think get it right away.
If I think I read it, I might but I also might be fucking Charlie Day and It's Always Sunny, going like, I'm a rapist, or what the fuck? What is it?
Oh, you mean an rapist?
Yeah.
From Arrested Development.
That was Arrested Development.
No, yeah, I was the world's first double threat. I was an analyst and a therapist.
Oh, okay.
I was the world's first analrapist.
So they had the same joke then, because there's one where Charlie's on a date because they're trying to get him over the waitress, and he just like they're like holding signs up or some shit in the back so he can remember, or it's written on his hand, and he just reads it and he's like, I'm a full-on rapist.
But yeah, man, that was dumb. And also another quick shout out. If you're a demisexual or a sapiosexual, that's not real. You just think have high standards.
No, I'll give it to demisexuals, because that's like,
that's like, I can't feel sexual attraction to somebody until I love them. Yeah, but how can you love somebody if you don't have sex with them? That's why I love Ian.
It's like, you're not going to fuck someone if you don't feel a connection. But people say love because it sounds
But that's just
easier.
having high standards.
It's more like saying that your mind is more important than what your dick wants.
Okay, but if you're a sapiosexual, you just think you're better than me.
Oh, sapiosexual is some bullshit. So it's just like another word for other
saying
things.
I only fuck people who are intelligent, which is basically like, what? Am I going to go out and say I want to fuck someone who's dumb?
Yeah, well,
I want to fuck a real stupid. I want to fuck somebody who's stupid.
I'm a bimbo/himbosexual. I only want to fuck hot idiots.
It's like, I'm only attracted to people who tell me they're smart.
Yeah.
You know, like those guys who come up to you and go, I'm fucking intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
I read a book by someone with a non-white name, and they're like, "Oh, fuck me already, please."
I know Freudian psychology, and it's like, but
I'm trying to fuck a woman who looks like my mom.
But hold on, isn't Freudian psychology considered inconclusive, and that modern psychologists don't agree with it? Yeah, babe. That's why I read about it.
Yeah, I waste my time.
Yeah, and yours. I don't know what I want from this interaction, if it's just meaningless sex or a big relationship.
Girls who say they're sapiosexuals' favorite artist is Russ. You gotta mentally fuck the shit out of her.
Girls who say they're sapiosexual really love Ben Shapiro.
Dudes who say they're sapiosexual really love Ben Shapiro.
Every sapiosexual is a big fan of Ben Shapiro.
Have you heard? Have you played or seen the game Frog Detective?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
There's a fucking part in the game where you're like, the whole game is like awkward interactions between like these animal people, and there's one guy you talk to who he just straight up says something wrong, and the Frog Detective says, I feel like that's wrong, and the guy just hits you with, well, facts don't care about your feelings. And then there's a part later on when they're talking about how books are worthless and no one should read them because they're stupid, and it's better just to get information from the people around you. And then it got so deep into it, it cut to a like caricature of the person who made the game going, hey, this is a joke. Books are really good resources on information and things you should, and when you're trying to learn and shit. Anyways, back to the game. And then the character immediately says, books are fucking dumb and should all be gone. Frog Detective is a really smart game.
Sounds really good.
But
I should get in that.
The conversations between them are literally just like, yeah, so this happened. Yeah? Yeah. Cool. So what happened anyways? Oh, this thing happened. Really? Yeah. I was just practicing my sick dance moves. Oh, sick. You dance? Fuck yeah, I dance. I'm a real good dancer. Yeah? Yeah.
Sick.
And like we were streaming it in my Discord, and like Anthony's playing and he's doing the voice of the frog detective, and then Gavin was reading all the other parts. And it was just like this awkward ass conversation.
That's
I loved
really
it.
good.
It was so good. It was we really came together, and then we played Jackbox games.
Nice. That sounds great. And I do really want to refute this. If you're like, I don't like that they made that joke. You know, podcasts shouldn't be political. I'm going to say to you this. If you really think you can live in the world without being political and you're not under the age of 12, get a fucking get real.
I can say under the age of 16. I don't think you need to. I think you should. I think
maybe it depends on like where you live in your background, I guess.
Yeah, I think they should teach. Like I maybe they did it in civics. I just don't remember it.
I don't either.
But like they should definitely have a course that tells you what the major parties are about.
Be like me, and at the age of 10, start watching The Daily Show all the time.
Yeah, so you can be.
So you can.
That's how you attract sapiosexuals. Be like, oh yeah, I like Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I like John.
I love Stephen Colbert. I like that he's doing a character.
I have an HBO subscription. I watch the new episode of Last Week Tonight every week, and I do actually because that show's really good.
I didn't even know it was still on.
It is,
but I think it's because I stopped getting YouTube recommended videos.
Well, because
watch their clips.
Made it so that their YouTube stuff you could only watch it if you're in the States.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking stupid.
I was like trying to send one of my friends like a clip from like a Comedy Central show or something.
Yeah,
but the Comedy Central that you get in Canada is Comedy Central UK.
It's Comedy Network.
No, but the
one that we're allowed to see.
The one we're allowed to see, the Comedy Central UK.
Yeah,
we're not allowed.
We're part of the Commonwealth.
Yes. But like America just has their own like shit that they're allowed to see, even though we live right fucking above them.
Yeah,
I could go drive an hour, open up my phone, and be
we're
like,
also north of them too.
Also, when I'm in the fucking Dominican Republic, I get to watch American content.
Yeah,
like I found like a Gus Johnson video. It was about Friends.
Oh yeah.
So I sent it to Emma.
And she couldn't see it?
She couldn't see it because it was in America only, and I was like, God fucking damn it! So I had to go to Facebook because Facebook doesn't country gate their shit
yet.
Well, I don't think they will.
When you said we live above them, I meant morally.
Morally, and well, no, not really.
Slightly better.
We can act like we're better all we want, but the conservative government was pretty close to winning.
Yeah, it sucked because like on the one hand, on the same day, I was like, oh man, Andrew Scheer had to resign because he used party funds to pay for his kid's private school education, and so he was forced to resign. And I was like, that's sick. And then on that same day I found out Boris Johnson won the fucking prime minister vote in the UK, and I was like, no.
I thought he was already prime minister.
He was, but then they had to do another election.
I think they do like
they handed it to him. The last person just was like, fuck it, give it to Boris or whatever.
Oh,
and then then they were like, okay, well now we want to vote for him because everybody thinks he's a fucking idiot. And it turns out enough people think he's not a fucking idiot to allow him to win the first past the post.
Yeah.
And the world slides closer and closer towards fascism.
Yeah.
But to take our mind off that, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and Mandalorian. Where do you want to go?
I haven't watched any more of The Mandalorian.
All right. Episode 6 was the first episodic episode to really do really, really good for me.
Yeah. Is that the episode where Baby Yoda just got thrown around?
Baby Yoda was barely in this bitch. And like,
I saw like a gif of him of like the Yoda puppet. Or the Baby Yoda, the child puppet, just fucking rolling across the floor because I guess there was turbulence.
It's kind of like that. But like, yeah, dude, like, it's just a heist movie, and like Bill Burr's in it.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's that.
Fuck
it's
that
like,
new Rick and Morty meme. Like, it was very funny in the episode, but...
And now it's not funny anymore.
Now it's not funny because everyone's using it. I think I saw like a good
just
one
like Rick
earlier.
and Morty.
Yeah, everyone, it's popular, so I hate it now.
Yeah, because all the people that grabbed on it are fools.
Hey, this guy's super gross and an awful human being. I'm going to emulate his lifestyle.
Yeah, baby.
I love the Joker. He's my favorite. Oh, fuck. I watched the Harley Quinn show.
Oh, how'd you like it?
I love it. It's great.
It's so good.
I kind of don't like I get
Kaylee
that.
Cuoco?
No, she's fine. When I first saw that it was her, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, right?
Because
Big Bang Theory sucks.
Even though, but you know what else she was in before Big Bang Theory?
8 Simple Rules.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a show I loved, always.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It was a real bummer when that guy died.
Yeah.
Also, how they took his real-life death and made it the character's death as well.
Yeah, that's also weird.
Yeah. And that show had a bunch of good people.
They did the same thing on Smallville when Christopher Reeves died, because Christopher Reeves played like a rich man in a wheelchair, and then they just had him be evil and not show up anymore when he died. And that's worse, because they were like, no, this character who was a good guy, he died, so we can't use him as much, so let's make him the evil, like mastermind that you don't see that much.
He turned into that fucking claw guy from Inspector Gadget.
Basically.
Just always being like, I'll get you next time.
And it's like, wow, what a great way to disrespect the man's legacy.
Yeah. That's also bringing him... Yeah, he's a good guy because he's the original Superman.
Yeah.
And he was also just kind of a nice dude in real life.
Everybody liked him.
Apparently kind of a dick, though.
All right.
Like one of the dudes who played... I can't remember. I think it's in like Superman 4. One of the real bad ones. Wait, is that the one where they talk about half pennies or some shit?
Hey pennies?
No, there's like the plot of like Superman 4 is that...
No, he throws all the nuclear warheads into outer space.
Okay, maybe. But one of the Superman movies...
And it creates Nuclear Man.
One of the Superman movies...
I think maybe Superman 3, where it has the black kryptonite that makes Superman into two people.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to...
Richard Pryor's in that one.
That's the one.
All right.
Because Richard Pryor's in it, and they talk about... the villain's plan to like steal a bunch of money is that the companies you work for have actually been stealing money from you for your entire life.
Fractions of a penny at a time.
Yeah, because apparently these companies have fractions of pennies that you were supposed to be paid, but you can't because they're so low, and there's quadrillions of them. So I'm like, I'll get like $1 billion by stealing these fractions. And it's like, why would there be anything less than a penny?
What do you mean?
Like, why would a penny have...
So let's say you get paid. Remember, this is the 70s or 80s. So you're getting paid maybe $5.70 an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Or whatever. Or like,
but I'm not getting paid $5.70.
Or let's say $5.75 an hour, right?
Yeah.
$5.75. And then you work 8 3/4 hours.
Yeah.
That the way that times out, you're gonna get a long decimal point. But since less than a penny doesn't exist.
Go on.
All right. So I said $5.75.
I don't think that works. I think that
times 8.5. 8.25. 8 and 3/4.
Oh,
8 and 1/4 of an hour.
8 hours 15 minutes. So it's 7.
It would still be 8.25.
Did you say 725?
775. Or sorry, I said 575 times 8.25.
Times 8.25. Shit, you're right.
Yeah, so you're going to get a long decimal point.
Yeah, and also that's not half, that's a quarter of a penny. Because it's $47 for
you said fractions of a penny. So you're
it's 3/4 of a penny then.
Yeah. So then you're chopping like everything. So instead of rounding up to pay you, he's saying they were rounding down, keeping the profit, but across hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees and hundreds of paychecks every couple weeks. And guess what? I think that's something actual companies do all the time.
Well, guess what? It's still stupid.
Yeah, that's like a trade federation thing, like Star Wars.
Oh, the Trade Federation.
I know. But Mandalorian's really, like, episode 6 really clicked for me. It's just weird the way they did it. Like, episodes 1, 2, and 3 had, like, somewhat of an arc. And then 4, 5, and 6 are, like, and probably 7 and 8 are going to be like, no, actually, it's always meant to be, like, an episodic show where each episode is just completely unrelated to the last. Which is fun. It just felt like they were going a different direction at the start. But 6 is the first one to really click, and it's fucking great.
Did that lady shock trooper stick around?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Nobody stuck around.
I liked her.
Nobody sticks around. Like they replay the recording from Carl Weathers in this one, but that's it.
Carl Weathers, back to the Game Awards, he was in a bunch of ads for Magic the Gathering, but it looked like it was just his fucking character from The Mandalorian.
Well, you know, he just looks like that, right?
No, I know, but the outfit he was wearing and shit, it just looked like some Star Wars shit.
Yeah, I mean,
but I understand Star Wars is supposed to be like fantasy, like looking space fantasy outfits. So there's a bunch of worthless robes.
Yeah. But yeah, so I liked that new episode of The Mandalorian. And now, what you've been waiting for since I told you it was the next episode of the Clone Wars that I had to watch. How do you think I feel about Bombad Jedi, the episode in which Jar Jar gets confused for a Jedi?
There's just no way. You'd have to be a fucking idiot to think that man is a Jedi. He's a goof.
He wears a robe and they see him, but they don't hear him talking.
All fucking Gungans sound like idiots.
Yeah, actually, Bill Murray makes a great joke about that in The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, okay. What he looks like under there? Is he a Gungan? That's a good bit.
And then he makes an impression of Gungan. Bill Burr's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like, fuck. That's a terrible episode of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's like.
Did Ahmed Best do?
I think it's him, but. Like, literally, who are the three main characters of the episode? Fucking Padme, C-3PO, and Jar Jar.
Uh-huh.
Tell me how anything with them as the main characters would be even a little bit interesting.
So, Padme, C-3PO, and Jar Jar. The three worst characters.
And they visit the planet of the Greedos.
Yeah. Great. Did they all shoot as soon as they land? Because they shoot first.
No, she was friends with him, and then he betrayed her. Then he double betrayed her, but backwards, so that because it was like it also. By the way, the villain of the episode was what's the
was another Gungan?
No, it was one of the Japanese stereotypes from Phantom Menace.
I don't know, the Trade Federation guys.
Yeah, one of those guys.
Also, I think they were Chinese.
Okay. Still somewhat offensive.
Yeah, it's very offensive.
But yeah, so before that was like a two-parter where R2-D2 went missing and everyone was an asshole for no reason, but it was actually pretty decent. And the one after that followed like exactly what happened, where they captured the guy, and then Ahsoka had to fight Asajj Ventress, and like that episode was pretty good. And it's weird that it's the episode that takes place immediately after the Jar Jar episode.
Yeah,
and it's actually decent. And, like, she's, like, you can tell she's going to become the gray Jedi that she becomes, because she's threatening the prisoner with violence. And then the Jedi Master's like, hey, you shouldn't do that. And she's like, I wasn't going to.
She's like, fuck you, I'm cool as shit.
She pointed the lightsaber at him, and she was like, you can't fucking do that. That's rude.
You can't do that.
It's not the Jedi way. And it's like, to be fair, threatening people is not cool.
Oh, did you fucking, did you finish the Fallen Order?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did last time we talked about this. We do a quick spoiler check on that shit.
Yeah, what happened?
What? That game's fucking pointless.
Yeah.
The entire arc is the point of the game. Is getting
you hadn't
the fucking
beaten it last
Jedi
time.
holocron.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, and also it's great for me because I fucking hate the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Like.
And also it sets up more sequels, and I want to see more interactions with that new character that gets added near the end of the game.
Yeah, I want to see more going on. I want to see Cal become more of a gray Jedi instead of being fucking boring.
Yeah.
I would like there to be more interactions with
fucking dumb how
people.
When you get the second lightsaber, it's bullshit. It sucks.
I like it. What are you talking about?
No, it sucks.
Why?
Because like it's not a third moveset.
Oh, that does suck. I hate that it's a fucking special
And
move.
I keep accidentally doing it and getting hit because when I let go of block and hit square, sometimes I don't do it in the right order, and it just fucking triggers the move, and I get hit, and it's like, fuck me.
Yeah, they're not great.
Yeah.
I wish it was a different move.
It was way more hype. I was like, oh, it's a third style.
Fucking let's get style switching.
Yeah.
And
Respawn, hit us up with a third dual lightsaber style. Because why would you ever want a fucking
make a fourth fighting style?
Yeah.
Stick it on the D-pad like fucking Dante and Devil May Cry.
The fourth fighting style would be unarmed punching like Mace Windu in that non-canon episode of Clone Wars.
I think it would be either pure force.
Force punching. Only force hand to hand.
Yeah, all right, that sounds cool.
Right? Like, because there's that. I don't think you watched the Genndy Tarkovsky Clone Wars, but I was explaining to Chris last week. There's an episode where it's Mace Windu against an army of battle droids, and he has no lightsaber.
Oh, so he just punches the shit out of them.
He just punches all of them. It's fucking sick.
Or alternatively, because that would be hard to get in. Well, it'd have to be like. I guess you could use the force to like dodge lightsaber bolts instead of deflecting them.
Literally go into DMC5, just rip out what do they call it in that one?
It wouldn't be Trickster?
No, the punchy weapon. I forget what it's called. Balrog. Just take Balrog from DMC5 and then just plop it into this game, and that's it. You're done.
Yeah, and it also gets powered up the more punches you put in.
Yeah.
But the problem is there's no enemies you fight in Fallen Order.
And then the super attack with it is an aura.
Of course it is.
Make me nut game. That would make me my dick would be out further than before.
Alternatively, it could just be like a blaster that you get to use.
Yeah, just a gun.
Which would be
up Respawn's alley because they're good with gun games.
Yeah. You see the fucking Game Awards.
Yeah.
When they brought up when the EA guy was like talking about how EA believes in Respawn. Mm-hmm. Who was it? Was it Vince Zampella?
Vince Zampella.
Yeah, as soon as that guy started talking, Vince Zampella kind of just looked away and was like, "Yeah, you fucking liar."
He kind of cut him off.
He cut off Vince Zampella to be like, EA strongly believes in Respawn. They are the best development studio we have. And it's like, man, you have dicked them around so hard.
It's
you didn't trust Vince Zampella not
EA's
to just
such
call
a fucking
you out.
fair weather friend. It's like, well, Titanfall? Yeah, we'll publish Titanfall, but you need to have it done by this date, and that's why the UI and the story mode weren't feature complete. And it's fuck.
And then it needs to be done by this date, and then it's done by that date, and they're like, here's Battlefield 4 at the same day.
Yeah. Or Battlefield 1 for Titanfall 2. And that game was finished, but it got delayed to that date. It got put out well after it had gone gold to be the same date as Battlefield, which is fucking horseshit. They basically let them out to die.
Then there's the amazing interview with they were like, they knew Vince Zampella was going to talk shit on EA, so they put him with a handler.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, go fuck yourself. He was like, whatever the fuck that shit means.
And Star Wars was clearly needed a couple more months to be finished, because there's still a lot of issues with that game.
Yeah. Yeah, the timer's red on the thing.
Yeah, that means it's recording, my friend.
Oh, I thought it was white before, so
it's white when it's not recording.
Okay. So yeah, I think there's definitely could have been more shit. I don't know if I would like Fallen Order to 2 to be another
Dark Souls like.
No, I'll take another Dark Souls but I'm talking world building, maybe not a Metroidvania.
I don't know. I want it to be that. Here's the thing. This is the only game that pretended to be Dark Souls that I've ever liked. So I'm like, just don't touch the fucking
just some of the map layout formula. And shit. It's like, right, I'm fucking lost.
I'd like better shortcuts and
I'd like a better map.
Better map system. Yeah. Absolutely.
It works really well for what
you get the coolest abilities the lamest way, and the lamest abilities the coolest way. You get a cutscene to learn wall running, but you get to pick up a dual-ended lightsaber at a random workbench with no cutscene.
Oh, you're right, and it also doesn't. That also could have had a flashback sequence because his master used a dual-bladed lightsaber.
Well, the lightsaber he's holding is a broken dual-bladed one.
Yeah, but it could just be broken.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then he gets the parts and he fixes it.
And then the final, but then you don't find out that his master was actually a dual-sided lightsaber guy until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Or you play Order 66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just there's a few things that I'd fix about that game.
That game is still a solid 9.
I'd give it a 7.5.
Ooh, wow, fuck you.
Wow, fuck
I can't believe you're such a loser. Get good. That's the only reason why you don't like games, because you're bad at them.
Yeah.
No one has real opinions about video games unless they're my opinions.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. You can't talk shit about a game unless you're incredible at it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. There is actually some merit to that, where if you're genuinely just real shit at something,
well, you can criticize.
You don't get to say that the gameplay's bad unless everyone is having a rough time with the gameplay.
No, I mean, I have legitimate opinions about Dark Souls, and I think it's not very good, at least to me. But I get that everybody else likes it, and that the games are well made, and yada yada yada. But I can criticize it. I can go, yeah, your sword swing's kind of too slow. There's an over reliance
use a different sword.
There's an over reliance on gotcha moments. There's
the fuck do you mean gotcha moments? You mean RNG?
No, I mean
gotcha, GOTCHA.
Yeah.
Not GACHA.
Oh, no, yeah. Got you. You walked around this fucking corner, you idiot. You're so fucking dumb. There's a guy hiding there.
Okay, but the first time that happens to you, you're supposed to remember that and not sprint around corners needlessly.
No, I do. I get it.
Then stop getting hit.
Well, I don't fucking care. Make the game good.
No, it is good.
How about don't be an asshole?
No, fuck you.
Like, I just don't like them. I think they're not fun, and I think the world's uninteresting. I think the story being all in descriptions and bullshit, I think that's dumb. I think that's dumb to do in a game that has combat.
Yeah.
Straight up. I think it's smart to do environmental storytelling in a game that doesn't have combat. If it's a platformer and or a walking simulator, I think that's brilliant. But in a Dark Souls type game, I think that's annoying. I think the tutorial is weak and doesn't tell you how to play the game. And I criticize fighting games for this all the time. So it's fair that I criticize Dark Souls for this because I like fighting games. But a lot of fighting games don't tell you how to fucking play the game well. They don't communicate what you need to do.
Or there's no training mode whatsoever.
Right.
Thanks, Tekken.
Right. Like that's horse shit. And so, hey, Dark Souls not telling you how to play the game and expecting you to pick it up organically. Yeah, sure, that's interesting to do, but I think it's not very fucking fun, and it didn't make me enjoy the start of the game at all. And like straight up, the first fucking hour of the game is your first impression. And I found the first hour of Dark Souls 1 pieces of shit. I found the first hour of Bloodborne really fucking dumb. Like,
alright, you better watch your fucking mouth with Bloodborne. I will come over.
I didn't like the first hour of Bloodborne. I played
bad.
I am bad.
You're bad at video games.
I'm bad at those types of shit action RPGs where you swing slow and you have to keep dodging in a dumb
don't swing
dodge.
Slow. I don't know where you're getting this idea that all the attacks are slow.
It feels very slow.
Then you're using the wrong weapon.
I'm using the only weapon I was given.
No, the wrong one. The first in Bloodborne, you get 3 options. There's quick.
I don't remember.
Medium and slow, and even the slow one is fast.
I picked up the saw cleaver or whatever the fuck.
That's the medium one.
Okay, and it sucks. And sometimes it just doesn't combo good. Sometimes you hit and then he just does the same hit again, which is slow instead of doing the faster second hit, and I can't stop it.
Then you whatever. I don't know how your hands work, but that's not how the game works.
And the fucking control scheme is stupid. There you go. And guess what? I'm entitled to my opinion because I've given the Soulsborne series more chances than anyone who dislikes it ever has. I've played hours of the first Dark Souls.
All right, we can stop this now.
I've played a bunch of Bloodborne and I've played Sekiro.
All right, move on to something else.
Yep. I need to say things like that because otherwise people who love the game are going to fucking yell at me, and I'm like, no, I've given it all the chances that are worth giving.
Oh my God.
What?
I have a friend and she just, I don't know what, she just keeps coming across disgusting pickle things.
What's wrong with pickles?
It's not like she just sent me a snap, sent our group a snap.
Yeah.
Of pickle liquor. Next to more pickle liquor, and then she
like booze.
Yeah,
made of pickles.
Pickle liqueur.
Oh,
yeah, like it's pickle flavored whiskey or whatever.
Oh,
and then she also keeps posting recipes where it's just 1,000 pickles jammed inside.
I like pickles.
I like fucking rice, but if you rice is such a medium thing. I like onions, but if you crafted an entire dish with nothing but onions, it'd be fucking gross.
Yeah. So I also have some other gripes to get at.
If it's more gripes about things I love, this is just gonna be real bad.
How do you feel about Christmas music?
It's mediocre.
Okay.
I think there's some good songs, but a lot of them are just jingle bells over and over again.
I think all Christmas songs are terrible, and that's because I worked at the bank retail, and they wouldn't let us not have Christmas songs during the Christmas time. Uh-huh. And so
does the bank even play music Does the bank play music all
year?
Mine
did. Yeah, mine did.
Yours did. Okay. Yeah.
There's a radio.
I feel like every single time I've ever walked into a bank, I've never heard music, but
it's sometimes quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been to grocery stores recently, and they've been playing Christmas music.
Apparently.
And so I've found the 2 worst new Christmas songs. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So do you know the classic 1940s jam, Mr. Sandman?
Mr. Sandman.
I like that song.
Give me a sand. Make it the sand that I can put in my hand.
Give him 2 lips.
My favorite is when it's Mr. Where it's just Mr. Sands.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, but so they've rejiggered, as you were.
Don't say that word.
With a J, Mr. Sandman into a Christmas song called Mr. Santa.
Mr. Santa, bring me a present.
Make it a good gift or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Make it a good gift that I've never seen.
So it tricks you into thinking you're going to listen to a good song, and then it's a terrible song.
Yeah. That sounds real bad. Give me the original Christmas songs, and that's it.
Yeah, so that sucks.
Baby, it's cold outside. There's nothing wrong with that song. Apparently, I read this real long deconstruction about
that's
it.
Like, this is old-timey flirting, and like
it's old-timey. It's
the
like
past was a nightmare.
Yeah, because women had to play this role where they were like, "Ooh, no, I'm a good girl. I don't want to go home," but really she's doing she's being all coy and shit because she wants to get fucked hard.
Yeah, it's like if I have sex with him, I'm a whore.
But if I act like
I have
he's
sex
going
with him and
to
like
rape
it,
me,
I'm a slut.
Yeah.
If I leave him alone, I'm a tease. So I need to toe the line completely.
You want to be a tease. If you leave him alone, you're a prude.
Yeah.
And then he goes and tells the other fellas around town that you're a fucking little
piece of shit.
That you're a no fun. You're a turkey.
And so here's an even worse Christmas song.
Yeah.
So you know the song Santa Baby is a very
Santa Baby
sexual...
is the grossest one. Because I feel every single time I hear it sung, it's always
overtly
like
sexual.
It's like but it's like a baby voice.
Yeah, that's like the gross part of it.
Like that episode of Community.
There was a bit, Community made fun of it.
Well, like she said,
doop sex.
Yeah, it was like Annie singing it, and even Dan Harmon's like, I made this joke, and I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I think this is bad. Santa Baby is the grossest Christmas song.
But if you sing it like an adult, it can still be attractive.
Like, I'd like to hear Michael Bublé sing that.
Well, here's the song that I'm telling you.
Is it Michael Bublé's?
It's Michael Bublé's cover of Santa Baby. And so Michael Bublé publicly admitted that he's a coward. And here's why. It's called Santa Buddy, and it's not overtly sexual.
Oh.
It's like, get me a car and shit, my dude. And it's like, come on, Michael Bublé, you're a fucking coward. Sing Santa Baby. Sing it all like you're going to have sex with Santa Claus. And I would just, it's 2019. Why can't you
sing it like you're going to cuck Santa Claus and fuck his wife?
Yeah. Michael Bublé, guess what? Most people think you're gay. So just do it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Why try to hide it? Why run from it?
Yeah.
Accept it and move on and try to have sex with a man.
Because Michael Bublé's entire audience
is old women.
Is fucking 40 to 50-year-old women. 40 to 1,000-year-old women. All he is just, his whole shtick is he's a nice, young, attractive man.
He's Frank Sinatra without the mob.
Oh, man, actually. Okay, so there was this documentary special about David Foster that my mom was watching last night.
David Foster or David Foster Wallace?
David Foster.
Okay.
The Canadian genius record producer.
Oh, never heard of this person.
He created Whitney Houston.
Oh.
He is the reason why Celine Dion is huge.
Oh.
He created Michael Bublé and found Josh Groban.
Oh.
So his whole thing about Frank Sinatra, I think it was Bublé. It was Bublé, where they were trying to get. He was like got him deal like meetings with record companies, and whoever owns Frank Sinatra's music, I think it's Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And Warner Brothers was like, you got the same shit as Frank Sinatra. Why should we have you if we already have Frank Sinatra? And he's just like, dude, with all due respect, Frank Sinatra's dead.
Yeah.
I can make new music. That guy can't.
I can make
his son's just
Christmas albums every fucking year.
His son's just gonna make covers of the same, do covers of the fucking songs for the rest of his life. So whatever.
But
and then Josh Groban, he got famous because he did a song with that Italian guy, Andre Renetti.
Sure.
It's like that dude. He's like a really good opera singer, and he was supposed to do a song on the Grammys with Celine Dion, but he missed his flight and was like stuck in Germany and wasn't going to make the show. So he called up his like vocal coach buddy, and he was like, "You got any guys that sound like this?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah, I got like 5 of them." And he sent him a tape, and the 4th dude on the tape was Josh Groban, and Josh Groban was 17 at the time. And he's like, "Hey Josh, this is Dave Foster. You're gonna come down to this theater and sing this part for me." And Josh Groban's like, "Oh man, I can't. I got school on that day." And David Foster's like, I'm not fucking asking. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Because this dude is so good at his job that he's like, no, you're going to come down and I'm going to make your fucking career. He's also, he has like 20 kids. He's the stepdad to Brody and the other Jenner. Because he married Caitlyn Jenner's ex-wife.
Oh.
Well, one of his 5 wives was Caitlyn Jenner's ex-wife. And then he has 7 kids himself.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh shit, if you know, like, this is like, what is it, like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or some shit? You could probably do that with this dude as well. Like,
at least in the Canadian record industry.
No, like a lot of people. Like you know Bella and Gigi Hadid?
No, oh, that sounds familiar.
They're like really hot models. He's also their stepdad. Yeah.
All right. That's interesting.
Yeah, so Michael Bublé makes bad Christmas music.
Michael Bublé makes bad Christmas music.
He's a man with immense talent, but he only makes bad Christmas music.
And he should stop being a coward and release a sexual version of Santa Baby.
No, it doesn't have to be sexual. It's just the original version of Santa Baby.
The original, overtly sexual version of Santa Baby.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Or
Santa Buddy, buy me a fucking Corvette is bullshit and you're a loser.
Is that a line?
I want to say it.
That's shit.
Yeah.
Santa Buddy, buy me a Corvette because I'm Michael Bublé and need you to buy me cars, apparently.
I don't make enough money to own a Corvette. I could buy a house and like live a middle-class life because I don't make any music that everybody loves. I make music that most people tolerate and some people love.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just
I would rather listen to Michael Bublé's Christmas shit than any like the other ones.
I'd rather listen to
but they're still all bad. I'd rather listen to pop punk Christmas if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to like some dumb bullshit Christmas music.
Yeah. Is there a hip hop Christmas?
Probably. Oh, Christmas in Harlem by fucking what is it? Run DMC, I think.
Run DMC made a Christmas album?
They made a song at least. It's in Die Hard 1. That's the only reason I know.
The ultimate Christmas movie.
Yeah. No, Die Hard 1 is like, I know it's like, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I'm so cool. But also, like, most Christmas movies are terrible and Die Hard's a good movie.
Yeah. You know what I always think is stupid?
What?
The argument is, is A Nightmare Before Christmas movie a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? It's a fucking Christmas movie. It takes place on Christmas.
It's both. It is...
It has a Halloween theme, but
if
it takes place on
Halloween's a top
Christmas.
And Christmas is a bottom, Nightmare Before Christmas is a switch.
Sure. You got me.
Left at London this year, who was a famous viner and also makes some great music. She made a great Christmas song this year, which also happens to have Prosy D and Sonic Fox on it. And she released it. It's called Santa's Homophobic, and it's like Santa's ho-ho homophobic is one of the lyrics, and it's great.
Oh, man.
It's really good.
Santa.
Yeah.
Why do you hate the gays so much?
It's a good
How come whenever a 16-year-old boy would come out to his parents, he wouldn't get gifts for Christmas that year? Why do you hate them? It's Santa that is the problem, not the parents.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Santa confirmed hates poor people.
Yeah. That's why I didn't get much Christmas presents.
Yeah. And why I got so many.
just gonna call yourself out there.
Got all the ones Ian asked for.
Yeah, they just brought them to Nathan's house. He fucking completely missed the mark and flew 40 extra minutes
to Newmarket.
Hey, you're gonna cut that out.
No, that's not where I currently live. That's where I used to live. You can go there all the fuck you want.
Yeah, go there.
Go to my high school. Burn it down. I don't give a fuck. I don't go there anymore.
Don't do that.
Don't burn down high schools. Or you know
what? Burn it down.
If you do, blame someone else's podcast.
You can burn down the high school, but you really can't do it while there's children there.
If you burn down my high school, blame Joe Rogan.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan probably already has, like, someone definitely murdered someone and said it's because Joe Rogan told me to do it.
Yeah.
PewDiePie has, like, 30...
I mean, most people who commit murder certainly did it because PewDiePie did.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Dahmer killed people because PewDiePie told him to.
Jeffrey Dahmer is the number one. What does he call it? Jeffrey Dahmer bro-fisted his victims to death.
Yeah. Is that a joke we can get away with?
Well, I don't know. Wait, is Jeffrey Dahmer the gay one?
I'm not sure.
What?
I think he is. I think he's the one that ate people. I get him and Ted Bundy mixed up a lot.
I think Ted Bundy. Fuck off. I think Ted Bundy was the gay one.
Ted Bundy killed a lot of women. So I think Jeffrey Dahmer was the gay one, or maybe that was Ed Gein.
Well, we shall see it about.
Well, you know what? I think it's okay.
Milwaukee cannibal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He ate people. He ate gay people.
He ate 17 men and boys from 1978.
Yeah. Okay. He was the gay one. Yeah.
He was. I'm going to assume he was killed in prison.
Or he died in prison.
He was 34 when he died in prison.
Oh. Maybe
unless Wisconsin has the death penalty.
They might.
That would make sense. I think 17 is a. If you kill one person, I think you should go to prison. If you kill more than 5, I think the death penalty is fine.
Yeah.
I think the death penalty should only be there for serial killers and terrorists, which includes school shooters.
I would say serial killers and mass murderers certainly.
Yeah. But then there's also the bullshit, like the fucking Japan has the death penalty.
Yeah.
Like you fucking Taiga Sajima in Yakuza 4, they keep him in prison for 25 years.
Well, that's how the death penalty works here too.
That's stupid. No, but then they're going to hang him.
Yeah.
Why keep him that long? Just fucking kill him.
There's a lot of weird rules about it in North America.
Okay.
Canada, I think we don't have it
If you killed that many people,
anymore.
you're not going to repent. You're never going to leave prison.
Oh no, it's not that you're not. It's that like it's expensive to kill people.
And it's it's less expensive when you kill them 25 years later instead of just doing it within like the year after they get arrested.
Listen, there's a lot of reasons, but even in North America, it just takes a long time, and it's more expensive to put people on the death row than it is to just keep them in prison for life.
But then you put them on death row, and they have to stay in prison until you kill them.
Then they die, yeah. But even if you kill them, it costs more.
I don't understand that.
Listen,
maybe
I just
it's like
know that's true.
If it's lethal injection, maybe.
Yeah, well,
maybe because
nowhere doesn't use lethal injection. But also,
I don't know who uses what.
Did you know that lethal injection is like actually a horrible way to die?
Yeah. It's the like lethal injection and the chair are probably the worst ones.
Yeah, no, because lethal injection is like everybody says it's like, oh, they just basically like just inject you and put you to sleep, and it's like, no, actually they inject one drug that paralyzes you so you can't move, talk, or anything. But then they inject a second drug that makes it feel like your entire insides are burning, and it kills you within like 10-20 minutes. So it's like you're just paralyzed, you can't move, and you're burning to death.
Also, then you get those. Then when they fuck with your body afterwards. There's all these dangerous chemicals inside of you that are definitely just going to fuck everything up.
Yeah.
So, firing squad.
Yeah, but on the other hand, that has bad optics.
Well, the thing with the firing squad is they all pretty much just have like a gun on a tripod. That's like, you're not going to miss, but only a couple of these guns are about to fire.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know who was the actual guy who killed him. Come on, there's a bunch of psychopaths out there who definitely be like, yeah, I'll go kill people at this prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that shit.
I would say most people who work at a prison.
Yeah. Any dude who is an executioner
anybody
times,
if you work at a prison.
If you work at a prison, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give you money and we're going to go do the Stanford prison experiment. Let's go.
Sick, bro. Actually, that one was bad because it was a newspaper where they advertised that you would be a prison guard, and therefore you got people who really wanted to exert power over others. And then when they've repeated the experiment in Britain, they found that it was actually a lot more sympathetic people did it. But because when you advertise that you're going to have power over people, instead of making it like sort of like an unknown, you only get people who want to have power over others. Yeah. So people are better than the Stanford prison experiment shows, although not much.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like being mean. I don't like to be. I wouldn't beat the shit out of someone for no reason.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't beat the shit out of anybody for any reason, unless they did something really wrong. If they tried to hit me first, yeah. Like I'm glad that I wasn't there when that guy when those guys punched Chris in the face.
Yeah,
that would have been a problem.
That's Chris's story to tell, though.
That is Chris's story to tell. I'm not going to explain any more, but those motherfuckers would be dead.
Yeah, Harold, when we get 10,000 downloads, we'll force Chris to tell it.
Yeah, when we get the third mic that I think my family is teasing that they're all gonna scrounge together and get me for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Then maybe we'll have a 3-boy
Fuck you mean
PCast.
scrounge together?
Because I think multiple people are going in on it.
Okay,
That's expensive.
Nice. I wrapped like yesterday before the Christmas party. I wrapped all the presents I already bought.
Oh yeah.
And I looked down and I fucking realized if I didn't have nephews, I would be done.
Oh.
But my brother and my sister-in-law are being fucking lame. And
I only have to buy for my mom, and then every gift for everybody else, I'm just in with my mom.
Yeah, good for you. I can't do that because I have 3 siblings and 2 nephews.
That sucks.
But like my
I wouldn't buy a gift for a nephew.
I'd rather buy a gift for a nephew than for my brother.
Yeah, but you could just buy your brother something cheap to show that you don't really care about him.
I got him like a baking tray.
Yeah, see?
No, it's what they asked for. It was like $40 actually.
Oh. You should have got like a $20 one to show that you don't care.
It's next year. I'm like, they're all like, oh, if one person isn't going to do Christmas, then none of us are. And I'm like, good. Stop this shit. I'll get my mom a gift. I'll get my dad a gift. Don't get me anything.
Yeah, man. I like my entire family pretty much, except like obviously there are members of my family that my family have kicked out, and then the only members of my family that I don't like is my really Republican uncle. Mm-hmm. Well, Republican, conservative, whatever. He's an asshole and a half.
Well, in Canada it's called in Canada and the UK they're called conservatives. In America they're called Republicans.
Yeah,
which you could also call them conservatives.
Yeah, I mean the Progressive Conservative Party is a lot more like centrist than American Republican Party. By like fucking a landslide.
Yeah. It's just that we keep getting these I think the party would do just fine, and I would not fear them having any power if they weren't all like
old white dudes
so stupid about social issues. No, fucking Andrew Scheer was younger than Justin Trudeau.
Oh fuck, really?
Yeah, he was 44, Trudeau's 48.
Can you believe that he used party funds to pay to put his kid in private school?
Yeah.
Like,
especially
you work for the government and you're not putting your own fucking kids in public school?
Yeah, I always think that's the dumbest shit. If you work in the government and your kid doesn't go
to a government-run school,
public school, then you don't believe in your own government.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should try and make that shit better.
Also, but
that's also why they're so disconnected.
Also, if you run a nation and you want to be viewed as somebody who isn't a ghoul, then don't say that your religion prevents you from going to the Pride March. Yeah. Just go. Don't be a pussy.
Also, don't say that you knew what poverty is like because your parents raised you on a meager $120,000 a year.
That's still more money than a lot of people make.
That's yeah. I probably make as much as my dad did.
Yeah.
When he worked. Well, when he started, like at the same business at my age.
But then also adjust for inflation.
Yeah, adjust for inflation, and also, but then my dad had a lot less money because he had 3 kids.
Oh,
he had by the time my dad was 24, he had my brother and my older sister on the way.
Yeah,
like because my mom and dad got married when they were 18 and 20.
Oof.
Yeah, oof.
See, my mom. Here's something that's annoying. So I'm one of the people who's like, I'll probably never have a kid. Like, I really don't think I will. And my mom's like, well, you'll change your mind. And like, normally that's a stupid, shitty thing to say. But my mom also is like... I
think it's a shitty thing to say to a woman.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But my mom also has the backstory of like...
She didn't want to have kids.
When she was 18, 19, she'd already ran away from home. She was doing her own shit. She got married to a dude and like they got divorced because he wanted kids.
Tight.
Yeah, and then she married my dad.
Yeah. Well, like that's fucking.
So like then she married my dad and wanted kids so hard, and then like just tried forever.
That's a thing with some famous YouTuber.
Yeah.
Named Greg Miller.
Yeah.
His first marriage ended because he didn't want kids, and they were also like they grew up in fucking Missouri. And they never had that conversation. They were high school sweethearts.
Ugh. Okay, never marry anyone you went to high school with.
Unless you meet back up with them after like 10 years and they're like a different human being.
Nope.
Really? You're not even going to be like, oh, they changed.
No.
All right. Well,
just burn the entire school down.
His whole thing was he got divorced. He ended his first marriage because he didn't want to have kids, and now he's married to that French Canadian woman.
Yeah.
And they had a kid.
Oh, sick.
Because just sometimes when you're a dude, it's absolutely just like, oh yeah, you meet someone and then she's just like, I want to have a kid, and you're like, fuck, I'm so into you, I will do it.
I mean, I'll put a baby in you, but I want it back.
I want it back. You're a fool. Yeah, it'll come back just slightly bigger.
Pee it out.
Just pee it.
Pee it. I'm watching you. If I don't hear that pee hitting the toilet, I'm going to fucking Venmo you $60 for Plan B.
I think it's like 90.
How do you say?
Oh, man. I don't know. The Plan B is pretty expensive. I think I'll just have a kid and ruin my financial situation for the next 30 years.
$90.
$90 or even fucking $300 for an abortion. What the fuck?
Fuck that. It should be free.
Hey, can you just give birth to the kid? I know you want it, but you don't want it. But can you do that, please?
I'm not having.
What do you mean you're leaving me with the kid?
I'm not having a kid because I don't have the money.
I saw, man, there was this fucking.
Where do you think I'm gonna get fucking $300 from, bitch?
Yeah, I saw this long story on Reddit about this guy who he was like, I forced this woman to have a child when she really wanted to terminate the pregnancy, and she pays me child support for a child she did not want. How can I get her more involved in my son's life? And it's like, you can't. You're a fucking asshole.
You're the asshole.
Yeah. You're a piece of shit.
You're a pizza. A pizza chit.
Pizza chit.
This is a really political episode.
Oh, yeah, no, we're just...
Honestly, keep politics out of video games. Am I right, fam?
Yeah, man. Fuck. What's with these SJWs making women in video games?
Listen,
no, they're only a receptacle for me to masturbate
if you
to.
make the listen, most gamers are male. Practically all of them are, really. And like, if you choose to make the main character woman, only playable as a woman. Well, then, you know what? That's inherently making a political statement and making your game from being something cool and awesome and fun that has that kind of meaning into something that's stupid that tries to tell me something.
And if she is not just a whore running around
in high heels,
then she's not a real woman.
Yeah. If she's not a 45 triple D, baby, I don't know what to talk to you about.
I love that when people were like, man, I hate how they fucking made Lara Croft's boobs so small, and it's just like,
they're still big in 2013 reboot. It's just she's like got the proportions of a human woman.
Yeah, she has a waist
because she's based on a real person.
She's not missing the bottom 5 ribs.
They got a fucking supermodel to be the fucking stand-in for her to scan her into the game.
Fucking drives me crazy when they literally get like a fucking hottest woman in the world to be like, here's the face model, and then someone's like, oh, she's not as hot as she was like Lady in Devil May Cry. They're like, wow, Lady's not as hot as she was when she was
less fucking.
She was running around like a fucking schoolgirl. She was running around in a
she was 16.
She was 16. She's in a tied off like fucking button up and a short plaid skirt.
Here's what I'm going to say.
And she's shooting things with a rocket launcher. I'm like, yeah, that idea is hot, but it's stupid.
The DMC3 character design's really, really hot for Lady. I think the 4 design. Yeah, and Dante with no fucking undershirt. Hell yeah. But and Virgil.
He's covering his titties.
Just covering the nips.
Yeah.
And like while her 4 design where she's got the sunglasses I don't like as much, I really like her 5 design as well. For Lady.
That's fine.
I don't like the sunglasses design. It looks kind of weird to me.
Oh no, I don't think her 4 design is great.
Yeah,
I think her 5 design is fine.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a little too pointless. Like a lot of the things she's wearing.
That bit where Nico sees her naked is really funny.
Yeah,
and good.
Every bit where she sees her naked.
Yeah.
Also,
really, every bit with Nico in it is great.
I think it's super gross whenever people are just like, oh, that moment where Dante sees Trish naked. He was like, ooh, fuck yeah. And it's like, man, that's literally his mom.
Well, listen, we've already covered this.
About 5 minutes later, Trish goes, I'm not your mom, Evie.
Yeah, because she's not. She just looks kind of like it. And Dante is into it.
It's like if Nero saw her and people were like, oh, man, I bet he's attracted to her. And it's like, number one, Kyrie is the only girlfriend. Like,
I thought they got married.
Nah, not confirmed.
Not confirmed.
Fuck, she better be in DMC 6. I swear to God. Especially since Nero's going to be the main character.
Of course.
I hope they move some of
Nero, Dante, Virgil, baby.
I don't think Dante and Virgil will be around at all.
I think they will.
I think it's going to be more of a low key fight, something that's more on Nero's level instead of it being a Urizen fight. Like something like DMC 1 or 2, where it's like a disconnected area. It's not just, hey, Redgrave City's destroyed.
But 3 and 5 and 4 are like the most beloved ones. And
but 4 is also like you're in Fortuna, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a single
But
area.
Fortuna's like the Vatican.
Yeah, it's a Vatican City, and like, but it ends with a fucking giant fucking robot pope trying to murder people.
And they fucking show off in that if Dante tried, he could have just beat the thing by himself.
But he
lets Nero do
it.
Especially because I think it was definitely nostalgia seeing him pick up the Yamato.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want Nero to get devil arms.
Yeah,
but like I love
the Red Queen.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's like that's the thing.
Especially now that I figured out how to max act like every fucking swing.
That's awesome
because I've been playing a lot recently.
That's sick.
Because the Game Awards rekindled my love
for DMC.
Yeah, and I was playing Sayonara Wild Hearts as well.
Dude, that game's so fucking good.
It's cool. Some missions I hate.
I like every mission.
The transitionary ones, like the subspace ones.
Oh, you mean the ones where you have to repeat and it's like a new remix of the same song?
Yeah, but like
I like those ones.
They're way too fast. I just miss everything. My depth perception is super bad.
Oh.
You're not really in like.
Did you get to the one where it keeps switching realities?
When the women were like snapping or
the two of them?
Yeah, that was cool.
That one's fucking sick. And then the
third when they let you snap as well.
Did you get to the Tokyo Drift one?
Yeah, that was great.
That was sick.
I was more thinking of Hotline Miami.
It's. I think it's literally called like a Tokyo Drift or Initial D.
Yeah, well, whatever. Fine.
I don't know.
I've just it's the aesthetic and the
dude. The aesthetic and the music are so fucking good.
The color aesthetic. I thought you were gonna fight me, so I was prepared to just be like, no, it's the colors. That's why I think Miami.
Oh
yeah. So that game's cool. DMC is back, baby.
DMC is back, baby.
Yeah.
What else can I say? There's been so many fucking great things this year.
Yeah.
So many lots of great things. As the year's coming to the end, obviously, I think we still have a couple episodes before the end of the year. But
2.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Christmas is in the middle of the week, right?
Yeah. It should be pretty easy to get them done. We can record on Saturdays or Sundays. We always record on Sunday, but
yeah. I have nothing like on the next 2 Sundays.
Sick. All right. Yeah, I'll see who's available.
Yeah, because as long as it wasn't the 26th, I'm
fucking.
I have to go to my aunt's house.
Yeah, I have to go on the Saturday after Christmas to the grandparents of mine that aren't related to me because they're the people that took in my mom when she ran away from home at 16.
I have to. I don't know. I usually on that same date on the 28th. It's always the 28th is we would go to our singular grandparents thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when my dad moved away, I was like, fuck it, we don't have to go anymore.
Yeah.
But apparently my sisters are still like, we got to go. And I'm like, do we? Because we don't talk to anyone there. We sit in a corner and we talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, man.
It's like, why even go? They don't like, they're like indifferent to us. We're not close to them.
It's true.
So, like, just PSA, don't waste your time with family that doesn't give a shit about you.
That's also true. And to read into that, this is something I wrote down and I'm going to pitch on the next... I'm going to fucking shill on the next few episodes. Hey, the holiday season's really hard, no matter what religion you are. And like, obviously, like, seasonal depression comes up.
It's like the end of the year as well. And it's like,
end of the year.
Did I accomplish anything this year?
Exactly. And also, like, you know, your relationship with your family. If you're somebody who can't see their family because they're far away and, like, that makes you feel lonely, that can be a problem or whatever. Cause lots of mental health issues. Or, like, if you're somebody, let's say you're LGBT and your family's all shitty, like, that sucks. And, like, that's obviously bad for your mental state. So I'm just going to fucking shill these 2 things here. If you're a Canadian like us, and you're feeling thoughts of like suicide and depression, the suicide prevention hotline for Canada is 1-833-456-4566. Again, 1-833-456-4566. And if you're in the States, which I know some of our listeners are, the American Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. I know that's a little bit of a depressing tone to give it, but
call that shit or talk to someone who cares.
Yeah. It's always good. If you're feeling bad, know people love you.
I think one of the turnaround for me was about trying to not seem as outwardly depressed as I always am. Is one time I was hanging out with Blake.
Yeah.
And he just straight up was like, I was listening to Adam's song by Blink-182 the other night, and I just started thinking about you for some reason. I was like, oh, great. I give off that vibe of the guy who's going to kill himself. That's not good. Also, that's a fucking sad song.
That is a sad song.
Yeah. Oh, I did the dumbest shit in the world.
What?
Like, you know how sometimes you're like, I'm in a melancholic mood. I'm going to listen to something like a little more down.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving work. It was like on Friday. No, it was Thursday. And it was felt like shit.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to the Reconstruction Site by the Weaker Thans, which is an amazing album. But the entire thing is like, hey, stop being sad. The depression is not only affecting you, but other people. Like, they have this song called Plea from a Cat Named Virtue.
Oh, yeah?
And the whole song is about your cat talking about, like, you just not interacting with it, just lying around all day.
Oh.
And the final hook is just like, and I swear I'm going to bite you hard and taste your tinny blood if you don't stop the self-defeating lies you've been repeating. And then he just says, like, there's another little bit, but then the cat just says, I know you're strong.
Oh.
It's, like, really sweet.
Yeah.
And the first time I heard that song was actually a cover by Pup. They did it at their Echo Beach show.
Oh, sick.
And it was awesome. They're a good Canadian band. They have another song on the same album called One Great City, and it's just talking shit about Winnipeg the entire time.
Oh, fuck Winnipeg.
Yeah, it's about how, like, it's like people just like a bus driver, a guy who works at a dollar store, just like counting money, going like, just trying his hardest under his breath, not just go like, I hate Winnipeg.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, that album almost made me want to drive into a wall. But like because the first couple songs are like
heavy.
Big bummers. There's one called Hospital Vespers, and it's about being in a hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're there, but hospitals are sad.
Hospitals are sad.
You could be in the maternity ward, and there could be amazing things happening all around you. And you'd be
birth
like...
of new life.
Yeah,
a woman... Atoms.
What?
Out of mere atoms.
Yeah, a woman almost died 5 seconds ago, but they saved her and the fucking baby. Woo! And then you're like, but... it's still a hospital.
Yeah, maternity wards are really funny because it's like everywhere else in the hospital is like really sad and like
the maternity
cold
ward
colors,
is 5 minutes
pink.
away from the morgue.
Yeah, and but it's a bright pink hallway, and you're like, wow,
yeah,
isn't that something?
Listen to sad music.
Listen to sad music. No, but seriously though, again, can't help but say, I personally deal with a lot of depression and anxiety, so I know how it is. That's fucking life. Use those resources I gave you earlier if you need them.
I don't deal with it. It's just there. And that's not healthy.
Happy holidays. Get therapy. If you do really want to keep hearing more of us, please give us a subscribe or a like or a review or a rating or whatever you can do on your thing that you use to listen to us. Remember that my YouTube is youtube.com/N8SComedy. Follow me on Twitter at The Media Hole. All sorts of great stuff like that. Ian, do you wanna share anything for you?
I don't know. Follow me, strugglesv at tumblr.com.
Sick. Yeah, I guess. What else was I gonna say? I just had something and now it disappeared from my brain. So, with that, I bid you adieu. Happy holidays.
Adieu.
Take care.
That word sucks to spell.
For sure, it does.